Are you afraid to upload your research document to ChatGPT for fear of plagiarism? Well, this explainer is for you. Hey, I'm Dr. Tazim Shahbaz, and I'm here to help you navigate the world of AI in research. We're going to figure out if your data is safe and if these tools actually help or plagiarize your data. If you find this useful, make sure to subscribe for more updates. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's just tackle the big question head-on, the one that's probably on every single student and researcher's mind. You've got these incredible AI tools like ChatGPT right at your fingertips, but there's always that little voice in the back of your head, right? That fear that if you upload your work, it's going to get sucked into some database and then boom, you get hit with a plagiarism flag down the line. It's a totally valid concern, and we need to get a straight answer.
To really get to the bottom of the plagiarism risk, first we have to play detective and follow the data. The second you hit upload on that paper draft, where does it actually go? Does someone read it? Is it stored forever? Let's pull back the curtain and see what's really happening behind the scenes.
So the key phrase you need to know here is temporary processing. Think of your chat with an AI like a conversation. It has a short-term memory. The AI looks at your text just to figure out how to respond to you in that specific session. And here's the most important part. It is not automatically taking your unpublished paper and adding it to some giant global library to train on forever.
But, this is a huge but, the type of account you have really matters. If you're using a free public version of an AI, yeah, your conversations could be used to help train the model. But, and this is great news for academics, most university and enterprise accounts have a very clear policy. Your data is private. It is not used for training. This is a massive safeguard for your work. But you should always double-check your own school or company's specific policy just to be sure.
So what's the bottom line here? For the most part, your work isn't being saved and shared with the world. However, and I can't stress this enough, you still have to be smart about it. Just as a basic rule of internet safety, never ever upload stuff like personal information, confidential patient data, or anything else you wouldn't want to leak. Be cautious.
Okay, so we've established your data is probably safer than you thought. But that brings us to the next big question. Can you use AI to rewrite your paper and, beat a plagiarism checker like Turnitin? Let's talk about what I like to call the plagiarism score myth.
All right, let's make this real. Have a look here. On the left, you've got a pretty standard sentence from a student's paper. On the right, we've got a version that's been polished by AI. You can see the wording is a little slicker. Common became widespread, and a few phrases got shuffled around. It definitely sounds a bit more polished, but the real question is, what does Turnitin think?
First up, the original text. We run it through a standard similarity checker, and it comes back at 25%. Now, that's pretty normal. It's just picking up on common terminology and maybe some correctly cited sources. This is our starting point, our baseline.
And now, the moment of truth. We take the AI-improved text and run it through the exact same checker. The new score is 24%. Yep, you heard that right. It only dropped by a single tiny percentage point. This right here is the big aha moment.
So, what happened? Why was the change so small? It's because plagiarism checkers are smarter than we give them credit for. They don't just look for matching words, they analyze the similarity of the underlying ideas, the sentence structure, the whole flow of the argument. The AI just put a new coat of paint on the same car. It's a writing assistant for sure, but it is not a plagiarism cloaking device.
So if you can't use AI to trick Turnitin, what's the point? How are you actually supposed to use these amazing tools in your research? Let's figure out how to make this technology work for you without getting you into any academic trouble.
Think of this table as your guide. AI is absolutely brilliant for brainstorming ideas, helping you create a solid outline, or taking your own writing and just making it clearer. But here's what it can't do. It cannot do the critical thinking for you, it can't guarantee its facts are 100% accurate, and it can never, ever be cited as a source. The AI is your co-pilot, it's not the pilot. You're still flying the plane.
So here's a super simple, safe way to work. Step 1, use the AI for the early stuff, like brainstorming and outlining. Get those initial ideas down. Step 2, you go do the hard work of writing. Then bring it back to the AI to help you refine and edit. But step 3 is the most important part of all. And it's all on you. You have to manually verify every single fact and properly cite the original human authors.
And here is a final checklist. Think of this as your pre-submission check. Number 1, always cite your original sources. 2, make sure your own critical analysis, your unique thoughts are in your own words. 3, check if your university wants you to disclose that you used AI. And finally, do yourself a favor and run your own paper through a similarity checker before you submit, just so there are no surprises.
All of this, everything we've talked about, it all boils down to one final, really crucial point. It's a simple idea, but getting this right is the absolute key to using these tools the right way.
Let this one really sink in. These AI tools are amazing assistants. They can make you a faster, clearer, and more efficient writer, but they are not a shortcut. They don't let you skip the hard work of actual research and critical thinking. At the end of the day, your academic integrity, your voice, your ideas, that's what counts. And that responsibility is always going to be on you.
So the power is literally in your hands. The AI is just the tool. You are the researcher. The real question isn't whether AI is good or bad. The real question is, how are you going to choose to use it?